Welcome back to Animal Facts. Here we give you nothing but absolute facts, so you better believe it. In this video we are diving into the fascinating world of amphibians, with our countdown of the top 10 amphibians that have mastered life on both land and water. From incredible adaptations to unique behaviors, these amphibians will leave you amazed. We'll explore the incredible abilities and characteristics of these remarkable amphibians, from agile frogs to secretive salamanders. You'll learn how they've evolved to thrive in two different environments and discover some of the most astonishing facts about their lives. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love nature. Your support helps us bring you more engaging content, and many thanks also to all our subscribers. We greatly appreciate your continued support. Now then, these hybrids are ready to make their appearance. Kicking off today's list we have sea otters. Sea otters, Hydrolutris, are remarkable marine mammals that are well adapted to both land and water environments. Sea otters are superb swimmers. They are streamlined and use their strong, webbed hind feet to propel themselves through the water with remarkable agility. Unlike most marine mammals, sea otters do not have blubber to keep them warm in cold water. Instead, they have incredibly dense fur that traps a layer of insulating air. This fur also makes them highly buoyant, allowing them to float effortlessly on the water's surface. Sea otters are skilled divers and can descend to depths of up to 300 feet, 90 meters, when foraging for food like sea urchins, crabs, and mollusks. They can hold their breath for several minutes. While sea otters spend most of their lives in the water, they are also proficient on land. They are known to come ashore to rest, groom, and give birth. On land, they use their front flippers and hind feet to move, although they are more clumsy and slow compared to their aquatic movements. Sea otters are meticulous groomers, and they often come ashore to clean their fur of saltwater and any debris. Their fur is so dense that it can trap air bubbles, which aids in insulation and buoyancy. Sea otters frequently rest on their backs at the water's surface, using their chest as a table for eating and grooming. Sea otters primarily inhabit cold coastal waters, and their survival depends on maintaining a high metabolic rate to generate body heat. Their dense fur, air pockets, and regular grooming help them stay warm in frigid conditions. Sea otters are often observed in groups called rafts, which can consist of dozens to hundreds of individuals. Rafts provide protection and support in terms of social interaction, foraging, and defense against predators. Sea otters give birth to and care for their young in water. Mothers are highly attentive, and they use their bodies to cradle and protect their pups while floating on their backs. In summary, sea otters are perfectly adapted to a dual existence in both aquatic and terrestrial environments. Taking 9th place we have beavers. Beavers, Castor canadensis, are highly adapted to both aquatic and terrestrial environments, making them unique among rodents. Beavers have webbed hind feet that are perfect for swimming. Their webbing helps them paddle through the water efficiently. They are excellent swimmers and can remain submerged for several minutes. They use their powerful tails to steer underwater. Beavers can dive underwater to feed on aquatic plants and to access their lodges and food caches. They can also use underwater entrances to their lodges to avoid predators. Beavers are known for their dam building skills. They construct dams across streams and rivers to create deep pools of water. These dams provide protection from predators and ensure a stable source of aquatic food. Beavers build lodges in the water using sticks, mud, and rocks. These lodges are safe places to rest and rear their young. They have underwater entrances to further protect against predators. Beavers have powerful front teeth that never stop growing. They use these teeth to fell trees and gnaw on branches, creating dams, lodges, and food caches. They are herbivores and primarily feed on the bark, leaves, and twigs of trees and shrubs. They also store branches underwater for winter when food is scarce. Beavers are master builders on land. They construct dams by felling trees and using mud and sticks to create barriers in streams and rivers. They build lodges on land near the water's edge. These lodges have entrances that open both underwater and on land. They provide shelter and protection. Beavers mark their territory on land by creating scent mounds, which are piles of mud and debris mixed with their scent. These act as territorial markers. Taking the 8th spot we have platypus. The platypus Ornithorhynchus anodynus is a unique and fascinating mammal that is adapted for life in both water and on land. Platypuses have webbed feet, which are excellent for swimming. Their front feet are especially adapted for paddling and steering in the water. They have dense, waterproof fur that helps keep them warm while swimming. This fur traps a layer of air against their skin, providing insulation. Platypuses have a streamlined body shape, which allows them to move easily through the water. They can close their nostrils and ears to prevent water from entering while swimming underwater. On their webbed feet, platypuses have sharp claws that are useful for digging burrows on land. Platypuses have excellent sensory adaptations for detecting prey on land, including a highly sensitive bill that can detect electric fields produced by the movements of prey. The webbing on their feet is retractable, allowing them to expose sharp claws for digging on land. Platypuses are primarily nocturnal, which means they are active at night. They spend the day in burrows they dig along riverbanks, where they rest and protect themselves from predators. Platypuses feed in the water, primarily on aquatic invertebrates like insects, crustaceans, and small fish. They use their bills to locate prey by sensing electrical signals. They return to their burrows on land to lay eggs and nurse their young. Platypuses are considered a vulnerable species due to habitat destruction, pollution, and climate change. Protecting their aquatic and terrestrial habitats is essential for their survival. Coming up next we have common snapping turtles. Common snapping turtles, Chelydra serpentina, are indeed remarkable reptiles known for their ability to thrive in both aquatic and terrestrial environments. Snapping turtles are primarily aquatic and are often found in freshwater habitats such as ponds, lakes, slow-moving rivers, and marshes. They are strong swimmers and are well suited to their aquatic environment. Despite their aquatic nature, snapping turtles are known for their basking behavior. They frequently haul themselves out of the water to rest in the sun. This behavior helps them regulate their body temperature, aids digestion, and provides an opportunity to absorb ultraviolet (UV) radiation for the synthesis of vitamin D. Snapping turtles are known to undertake seasonal migrations, moving between different aquatic habitats. They may travel overland to find new areas or nesting sites. These migrations are often triggered by environmental changes, such as temperature and rainfall. Snapping turtles establish territories in their aquatic habitats, and they are known to be territorial and aggressive when defending their space. They have powerful jaws and a quick striking motion, which they use as a defensive mechanism when threatened. Common snapping turtles are one of the few turtle species that travel overland to lay their eggs. Females dig nests in sandy or loose soil, away from the water's edge, to deposit their eggs. After nesting, they return to their aquatic habitat. Snapping turtles are opportunistic feeders and consume a wide variety of prey, including fish, amphibians, aquatic plants, insects, small mammals, and carrion. Their diverse diet contributes to their adaptability. These turtles have long lifespans, with some individuals living for several decades, making them well suited to cope with changing environmental conditions. In colder climates, snapping turtles overwinter by burrowing into the mud at the bottom of bodies of water, where they enter a state of torpor to survive the winter. This adaptation allows them to endure harsh winter conditions. Next up we have fire-bellied toad. Fire-bellied toads, Bombina species, are indeed remarkable amphibians known for their ability to thrive in both aquatic and terrestrial environments. Fire-bellied toads are typically found in the wetlands, marshes, and slow-moving streams of Europe and Asia. These environments offer a combination of water and land, allowing the toads to switch between the two as needed. During their aquatic phase, which includes breeding and tadpole development, fire-bellied toads spend much of their time in the water. They have webbed feet and are excellent swimmers. Breeding takes place in shallow water, and the female attaches her eggs to aquatic plants. As they mature, fire-bellied toads undergo metamorphosis, developing lungs and transitioning to a more terrestrial lifestyle. They become well adapted for life on land, with relatively smooth skin and the ability to secrete toxins from their skin, which serves as a defense against predators. Fire-bellied toads have a unique respiratory adaptation called bimodal respiration. This means they can exchange gases, like oxygen and carbon dioxide, through both their skin and their lungs. When in the water, they primarily use their skin for respiration, while on land, they rely more on lung breathing. Their vibrant coloration, which includes bright green or red markings on their ventral belly side, serves as a warning to potential predators. It indicates their toxic nature and discourages predators from attempting to eat them. On land, fire-bellied toads are active foragers, feeding on a diet of insects and other small invertebrates. They may also burrow into moist soil during hot and dry periods to conserve moisture. Fire-bellied toads are mildly toxic due to the chemicals they secrete through their skin. This toxicity, combined with their bright coloration, deters many would-be predators. However, some animals, like grass snakes, have evolved resistance to their toxins and can still prey on them. Fire-bellied toads exemplify the amphibious lifestyle, making use of both aquatic and terrestrial habitats as they progress through various life stages. We are halfway through today's video, but as usual, I see many of you watching haven't liked, comment or subscribed to the channel. We would greatly appreciate the support if you could. Doing so will mean a lot to us and will help us continue making more informative videos for you, our audience. Taking 5th place we have red-eyed tree frogs. The red-eyed tree frog Agalaichnus call-idrias is a unique and colorful amphibian that is well adapted to life in both terrestrial and aquatic environments. Red-eyed tree frogs are known for their striking and vibrant colors. They have bright green skin with blue and yellow markings on their sides and legs. Their most distinctive feature is their large, vibrant red eyes, which are thought to serve as a warning to potential predators. These frogs are primarily nocturnal, which means they are most active during the night. During the day, they rest on leaves or branches, using their excellent camouflage to blend in with their surroundings. Red-eyed tree frogs spend a significant portion of their lives in trees and vegetation near water sources in tropical rainforests of Central America. They have adhesive toe pads that help them grip onto leaves and branches, making them well suited for an arboreal, tree-dwelling lifestyle. Although they are primarily tree dwellers, red-eyed tree frogs are amphibious, meaning they can live in both terrestrial and aquatic environments. They are often found near freshwater sources such as ponds, streams, and small water bodies. These frogs reproduce in aquatic environments. Females lay their eggs on leaves above the water, and when the eggs hatch, tadpoles drop into the water below. The tadpoles then develop in the water until they metamorphose into froglets and climb back into the trees. Red-eyed tree frogs are insectivorous and feed on a diet of insects, such as crickets and moths, as well as small invertebrates. In addition to their camouflage, red-eyed tree frogs have several defense mechanisms. When threatened, they can suddenly open their red eyes and spread their bright toes, which can startle potential predators. They may also use their adhesive toe pads to make it difficult for a predator to dislodge them from their perch. Up next we have African clawed frogs. African clawed frogs, Xenopus laevis, are unique amphibians known for their ability to thrive both in water and on land, making them quite adaptable to a range of environments. African clawed frogs are native to sub-Saharan Africa and are commonly found in various freshwater habitats, including ponds, lakes, streams, and slow-moving rivers. They are primarily aquatic and are efficient predators in the water. They feed on a diet of aquatic invertebrates, such as insects, crustaceans, and small fish, using their clawed feet to catch prey. African clawed frogs lay their eggs in the water, and the aquatic environment is essential for the development of their tadpoles. African clawed frogs are known for their unique behavior of coming out of the water and spending time on land, especially during the night. They can remain on land for extended periods, especially when environmental conditions are unfavorable in the water. While in water, they primarily respire through their skin, but when on land, they use their powerful lungs for respiration. They have strong, clawed feet that are well suited for digging and moving on land. This allows them to burrow into the soil to avoid desiccation, drying out during dry periods. Like other frogs, African clawed frogs go through metamorphosis from tadpoles to adults. After hatching in the water, the tadpoles develop legs and lungs, allowing them to transition to a more terrestrial life. African clawed frogs are quite hardy and can tolerate a wide range of temperatures, both in water and on land. Kicking off the top 3 we have salamanders. Salamanders are a diverse group of amphibians known for their ability to thrive both in aquatic and terrestrial, land-based environments. This adaptability is due to their unique life cycle, which involves distinct aquatic and terrestrial phases. Salamanders typically begin their lives in water. After hatching from eggs, they develop as aquatic larvae, often resembling tadpoles. During this stage, they have gills for breathing underwater and are primarily adapted for life in aquatic habitats like ponds, streams, or wetlands. Aquatic larvae feed on small aquatic organisms such as insects and small invertebrates. As salamanders grow, they undergo a metamorphosis, similar to frogs. During this process, they undergo significant physical changes. Their gills are replaced by lungs, and they develop legs. This transformation allows them to transition to a terrestrial lifestyle. After metamorphosis, salamanders become terrestrial or semi-terrestrial, depending on the species. They have the ability to breathe air and typically inhabit damp, wooded areas, leaf litter, or burrows near water sources. Some species remain close to water, while others may venture farther inland. While on land, salamanders need to maintain moisture to prevent desiccation, drying out. Their skin is permeable, allowing them to absorb moisture from the environment. They are often found in areas with high humidity or near water sources to stay hydrated. Salamanders return to water for reproduction. Most species lay eggs in aquatic environments, where the larvae develop before metamorphosing into terrestrial adults. Salamanders are found in a wide range of habitats, including forests, grasslands, caves, and even urban areas with suitable conditions. Their adaptability to different ecosystems contributes to their success in various environments. Salamanders play important roles in ecosystems. They are both predators, feeding on insects and small invertebrates, and prey for larger animals such as birds and snakes. They also contribute to nutrient cycling in ecosystems. It's essential to note that salamanders are sensitive to environmental changes, particularly those that affect moisture levels. Habitat destruction, pollution, and climate change can threaten their populations. Taking second place we have common newt. Common newts, also known as smooth newts Lysotreton vulgaris, are amphibians that exhibit a fascinating dual life, thriving both in water and on land. Common newts begin their lives in water as aquatic larvae. They hatch from eggs laid in ponds, lakes, or slow-moving streams. As larvae, they have gills and a fin tail, resembling small fish. During this stage, they primarily live underwater, feeding on aquatic insects and other small prey. As common newts grow, they undergo metamorphosis, during which they develop lungs, lose their gills, and grow limbs. After metamorphosis, they become terrestrial adults and venture onto land, often moving away from their aquatic birthplaces. They have both lungs and skin capable of gas exchange, allowing them to breathe in both environments. On land, common newts can be found in a variety of habitats, including woodlands, grasslands, gardens, and damp areas near water bodies. They are primarily nocturnal creatures, becoming more active at night. During the daytime, they hide in damp crevices or under logs to prevent desiccation. Although they spend much of their lives on land, common newts return to the water for breeding. During the breeding season, males develop a striking courtship display to attract females. Females lay their eggs in underwater vegetation. After breeding, the adults often return to their terrestrial habitats. As larvae, common newts feed on small aquatic invertebrates and insects. Adult common newts primarily eat terrestrial invertebrates such as insects, earthworms, slugs, and spiders. They have toxic skin secretions that deter many predators from eating them. These toxins can cause irritation or digestive problems in predators. Common newts are excellent examples of amphibious adaptations, showcasing their ability to thrive in both aquatic and terrestrial environments. Taking first place on today's list we have American bullfrogs. American bullfrogs, Lithobates catesbayanus, are highly adaptable amphibians that thrive both in aquatic and terrestrial environments. During their aquatic phase, American bullfrogs are found in various water bodies such as ponds, lakes, marshes, slow-moving streams, and even larger puddles. They are strong swimmers with powerful hind legs, which they use for swimming and jumping. Bullfrogs breed and lay their eggs in water. The females attach egg clusters to submerged vegetation. The tadpoles that hatch from these eggs are fully aquatic, breathing through gills and feeding on aquatic vegetation and small organisms. Like most frog species, American bullfrogs undergo metamorphosis, transitioning from aquatic tadpoles to terrestrial adults. During this process, they develop lungs for breathing air and lose their tails. Their diet shifts from primarily herbivorous, as tadpoles, to carnivorous, as adults. As adult bullfrogs, they are equally comfortable on land. They can be found in grassy areas, along the edges of water bodies, and even in gardens and fields. Their ability to move on land is aided by their strong, muscular legs. In colder regions where water bodies may freeze during the winter, American bullfrogs hibernate on land. They burrow into mud at the bottom of water bodies or find terrestrial burrows and enter a state of dormancy until spring. Bullfrogs are opportunistic predators that hunt both in the water and on land. They use their long, sticky tongues to catch a variety of prey, including insects, smaller frogs, tadpoles, fish, crustaceans, and even small birds and mammals. They use their powerful vocalizations primarily in aquatic environments during the breeding season, but they are known to call from water's edge and can also call from terrestrial areas. The adaptability of American bullfrogs to both aquatic and terrestrial habitats has contributed to their success and wide distribution across North America. However, their adaptability can also make them invasive in non-native ecosystems where they outcompete native amphibian species. We have come to the end of today's video, but before you go, I just want to thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and please feel free to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Also check out my Instagram link in the bio, for more photos and video clips. This is Animals Facts. See you next time with more facts.